feels to respond to the threat. These two factors combine to describe the three main attitudes a person can have to a given situation. First, sleepwalking. People who are sleepwalking through a situation are living inside their own head, oblivious to the potential dangers around them. In many cases, they're preoccupied with work or home responsibilities, perfectly good priorities, but not when they preclude attention to safety. When alerted to potential risks, they typically respond, "I never thought about that before." Secondly is captivated by fear. Someone who's captivated by fear is afraid to venture out. Even when he or she is alone in their home, they're anxious. Because they're terrified of dangers, real or imagined, they can't enjoy life fully. Their mantra is, "Do you know what could happen?" And thirdly, alert and intrepid. A person who's alert and intrepid is aware of potential risks, knows how to protect themselves, and can react appropriately if faced with a threat. That means they can stride through life confidently, enjoying it to full advantage. In other words, if you're oblivious to the dangers of a situation, regardless of whether or not you can protect yourself, you'll probably exhibit sleepwalking behaviors. If you're aware of the danger, but don't feel equipped to protect yourself, it's almost instinctual to exhibit captivated by fear behaviors. But if you're fully aware of the dangers and you do feel equipped to protect yourself, you're most likely to exhibit alert and intrepid behaviors. Personally, I'm biased towards the last category. All people should be alert to danger and intrepid about the world around them. I hope you agree. Some people don't want to raise their awareness of crime because they believe it leads to a captivated by fear attitude. But this doesn't have to be the case. There's a distinction between being captivated by fear and being alert and intrepid. Someone who's captivated by fear is focused on what could happen, while someone who's alert and intrepid is focused on what's actually happening. Sure, a person who's alert and intrepid is aware of what could happen, but he or she uses that knowledge to inform their observations of the world around them. The individual who's sleepwalking or captivated by fear is too focused on what's happening inside their own head to know what's happening in their vicinity. When you're alert and intrepid, you're focused on the world itself. You feel so confident in yourself that knowledge of crime doesn't stop you from doing what you want to do in life. In his studies on personality, Dr. John M. Oldham identified 6 traits of the vigilant personality type, a good model for becoming alert and intrepid. These traits are autonomy, caution, perceptiveness, self-defensiveness, and finally alertness to criticism and fidelity. Those who have a vigilant-style personality can take care of themselves and don't require the assurance or approval of others. They're careful of whom they deal with and how they deal with them. They're good listeners who consider every aspect of communication, not only language. When they have to stand up for themselves, they do so quickly and decisively. Although much of personality is innate, consider how you could emulate these behaviors and strengthen them in yourself. Self-assessment. Please listen to each of the following situations and consider how you would react to them. Be honest with yourself. No one has to see your answers. If an experience doesn't apply to you, move to the next situation. Here are some sample situations, and how would you react? Would you be a sleepwalker? Would you be captivated by fear? Or would you be alert and intrepid? Situation number 1. Being at home alone. 2. Answering your door or telephone. 3. Opening your mail. 4. Walking or jogging in your neighborhood. 5. Driving. 6. Shopping. 7. Living or working in a high-rise building. 8. Working late. 9. Guarding your computer and internet privacy. 10. Preventing identity theft. 11. Traveling in North America. 12. Traveling outside North America. Your results in this assessment can help you refine your goals for listening to this audio program, since any check marks in the first 2 columns present areas for improvement. Pay particular attention to the chapters dealing with these situations.